All right, all right, all right. Welcome, traders. Welcome to another edition of Market Update Time. I love what I do. I tell you what, love these markets. All right, so let's get straight into today's session, guys. I love what I do. I tell you what. So yeah, guys, let's get straight into today's session and market update time. That's right, Drew. We're going to be looking at the markets, guys, and the title of this video or this live stream that I'm doing for you today is this the end? Now, what I'm talking about is this the end of the up move in the metals? Obviously, the metals have pulled back. That we didn't get a follow through like I thought we would. And is this the end of the move in the metals? Is this the end of the move in the stock market, and so on and so forth? So we're going to be looking at all these markets today in today's session, and we're going to see what the markets are telling us right now and how we can respond to the markets. And also I'm going to input I'm going to input a chip into your brain of some things of how you manage your trades properly when you're in a trade. So you can minimize your losses and make your profits a lot bigger. And I'll teach you one very, very, very simple trading technique that helps me, that when I do have losing trades, because I do have losing trades, but when I do have losing trades, that they're either a break even or a very small loss, and then the profits way outweigh outweigh my profits. Outweigh my losses. I think I'm losing it. Anyway, guys, let me welcome today, guys. Welcome. Glad to see you guys. Glad to see all your pretty faces logging in right now. So let me just get straight into, let me just bring up this screen here, because that's got all the that's got all of that there. Let me just go to Alrighty, guys. So let's get straight into it, guys. Guys, did I place a trade based on what you see in this session today? Because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There's no guarantees. There's no guarantees of making money in the market. So be smart about the way that you are trading the markets. And, just I'm going to teach you guys some simple trading techniques. Okay, some simple trading techniques to help you when it comes to managing your trades properly, so you can have small losses and bigger profits. It's something that I've learned time and time again. That has really, really helped me there. Because when I do have losses, when I do have losses, they're real small. And when I do have profits, they're a lot bigger. So I'm going to share that with you today as well too. So before I do get started, guys, I've got I think it's a 2-hour interview with one of my 7-figure private traders. He's not in the public eye right now. And I've got an interview with him, and we really cover about how to create a fearless trading psychology that gives you the missing X factor and an unstoppable winning edge as a professional trader. My apologies, not interview. It's actually an hour presentation from him talking to you about how to give you that missing X factor and an unstoppable winning edge. Now, this is not available to the public, but what I'm doing right now is I'm running a bit of a flash sale just to help people out, just for $7. Now, the very first link in the description, if you click on that, and you can go watch a very short video about it, be able to see more information about it. It's just $7. The presentation goes for an hour. It's actually my mentor, and he's going to walk you through what took him to go from zero, blowing up many different trading accounts, to then going and making millions of dollars in the markets. And the most important things you need to understand from that as well too. So I've been hearing so many people saying they're struggling with the mindset and struggling with how they approach the markets. So I thought, what better way just to give a bit of a flash sale just for $7, and that's going to really help you out. So the very first link in the description there, guys, go click on that. But with that being said, guys, let's get straight into the markets now. Ding, 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 ding. What I've actually, in the last couple of days, I actually said that I think we're that it looks like that we've got a breakout now on the GDX and the silver and all that sort of stuff, and it does look like that we're trying to get a bit of follow through here. Now, here's one thing, guys. Okay, here's one thing. Now, we didn't get that follow through, did we? No. Christopher. I'm going to pause what I said. This is a misconception here. Millions millions of dollars, you have to be trading hundreds of thousands of dollars to earn that, wouldn't you? No, not really. No, not really. Well, let me ask you a question, Christopher. If you're really, really, really good at trading and you're trading, say, 10, 12 hours a day, trading maybe say 6, 7, 8 markets, and you say risk $20,000, but your average trade is going to give you a 3 or 4 times your profit than your risk. How many trades per month do you need like that to earn $1 million or $2 million per year? I can tell you right now that not that much. You're just looking at it the wrong way. So it's horses for courses and so on and so forth. So no, not necessarily. No, yeah, but I won't get into that. I won't get into that. Now that was millions of dollars over a period of say, but you'll be able to see all the details there. But it's not hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's a big misconception, right? Because think about this, guys. Think about this here for a minute, okay? Let's just say, for example, you're risking $20,000 on a trade, right? You're risking now. Eventually, you get to that point. If you risk $20,000 on a trade and you make two times profit than your risk, you just made $40,000. You only need a couple of trades like that, and you're a 7-figure trader. Do you see what I'm saying there? So making a lot of money in the stock market has nothing to do with with how much money you put on more trade, or how much money you put on the market, and more importantly about the trades that you select. Now, I might start trading with 10. No, Chris. No, you don't do that. Making a lot of money in the market is more about the trader and how and your ability to be able to pick really good high quality trading setups than it is how much money you're risking there. Because some people say, "Oh, John, how much money do I need to start trading?" Well, the thing is this, is that you can take a really, really bad trader with $1 million trading account and completely blow that up. Or you could take a really, really, really good trader with $1,000 trading account and within 5 years is doing 7 figures. Do you see what I'm saying there? So it has nothing to do with the market and everything to do with how well you're actually doing, how well you're actually trained as a trader. So everything to do with how your trade selection is, how consistent, disciplined, and patient you are. So very, very, very good there. So let's actually continue here. Yeah. I'm glad that makes sense. Because anyone that just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you're going to make a lot of money. No, definitely doesn't. So the S&P 500, the Dow Jones, stuff like that really hasn't gone anywhere. We definitely need the S&P 500 definitely is still stuck at that very, very close to that 2,800 range. Nothing really has changed on the S&P 500. A little bit of a pullback through here. So again, nothing really changing through there, and nothing really has happened through there. Looking at the silver and gold market though, this is where things are getting a little bit sort of tricky on the side hand. So we had this nice move up here. John, how you doing, man? So we had this nice move up here on gold, and I said a couple of days ago, it looks like gold is on its way now up to this target up here. Now the thing is that that's what I thought would happen. It definitely wasn't a trade that I took. And I talked to you about a trade that I did take and what actually happened. The thing is that that's what I thought would happen, but we haven't got that. What do we get? We got a complete reversal here. So that's actually not a very, very, very good sign for the basically for the bulls right now. But we are still making this here. We are still making a very nice upward movement through here. So it'd be really, really interesting to see what happens through here. Now, here's the overall complete turning point for, say, gold here. Let me bring up, say, a daily chart here for a minute. And I want to share something with you, okay? Now, firstly, guys, whenever the market is flowing, when you enter the markets, you never know exactly what's going to happen, but you just use analysis. Okay, this is what's happening. Now let's actually move it through here. So when we're looking through here on this, actually, let me bring this back up to here. When we're looking at this level through here, if indeed, because this is the last low here, okay, this is the last low through here. So if indeed this is a false breakout, or this is like a final high in the markets, if this is a final high for this leg, what we're going to see is we're probably going to see something like this. We're going to break below. So firstly, what constitute a market moving up? Higher higher than higher lows, right? Look at this here. Market runs up, makes a high, comes back down, finds support, runs back up, makes a high. See that there? See how it ran up, made a high, came back down, and bounced back up, came back down, didn't break that high, did it? And now it ran straight back up. Now, let's look what happened here. And John, my man, John, you also do know, right? Like, I didn't notice this before, but John, you also do know, right, from my coaching call last year. Remember how, John, I talked about how most markets will give you three major stair steps? Isn't that interesting? Look at this here. Stair step 1, stair step 2, and this was the actual the third stair step here. So that's actually really interesting to see this very third stair step, and the third stair step in this move up has been the one that's actually failing a little bit. So really, really interesting. But any event, as you can see here, right, guys, and I'm going to bring up the good old Snagger tool. I love my Snagger tool. Bring on the Snagger tool. Bring on the Snagger tool. All right. So, so as you can see, right, we had this resistance back here, then became support, right? Nice upward trend. Resistance, or didn't become support and then continued up. Resistance is now where it is right now. So if we break below this, guess what? It's a sign of possibly an end of trend coming. Now, what we need, right, to start to confirm a bit more of a downtrend is if this market starts to break below this level through here. Now, again, guys, we can't pick bottoms and we can't pick tops. We don't know when that's going to be exactly, but we can flow with the market, right? So if the market starts to break below these levels through here and break below this last lower, higher low, higher low, higher low, and higher low, then that's going to be possibly an end of trend, and we're going to start to see a lot more downside to come. Possibly. That actually hasn't happened yet, but this was a complete fake out with what's happened with gold right now. It didn't follow through like I thought it would, and the same with silver, right? Now, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks now, that the problem with silver is that we're still stuck at this range here, and if we do break above 1625, then I think we'll see a nice move up. Now, what is silver doing right now? Silver's creating a double top in the markets. So if you look at this here, right, look at that pure technical double top with this long. What is this? Look at this here. Look at that long-term trend line coming down through there. We're at this major area of resistance through here. So this is silver right now, and we failed there, completely failed at that resistance level. And then now we're getting a bit of a sell-off here. Now, look at this here, right? Isn't this interesting? We have, actually, you know what? Let me actually do this here. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go through here. All right, let me bring up the good old Snagger tool. Look at this here. Stair step 1, stair step 2, stair step 3. All right, so what do we have here? We have one top, we have two top. Now it's making a bit of a double top, isn't it? It failed to follow through. Now it's rejecting it. What does that mean? Possibly, once again, possibly an end of trend type of type of move. Now, if this is a double top, where is the market likely to run to? If this is a double top, well, what you do when you're looking at the double top formations is, let me open this up a bit more, is you draw the support, all right? So you see this support here. So you look at the neckline, right? Bam, look at that neckline right there. Neckline, which simply means you've got the one top through here, and you got two top through here, and the middle bit is where the neckline is. The middle bit is where the neckline is. What you want to do is you want to grab a parallel trend line. You want to draw it from the low point, and we're going to project that up through there. We're going to project this down through here. All right, project that down through there. We're gonna connect that through there, and right there. Which isn't that interesting, guys? The double top projection is right in line of where this major area of support just below it. Coincidence? I think not. I think not. So that's what's happening with silver right now. Now, is it going to be double top? Who knows? Who knows? Right? But what I'm saying here right now is that if this is going to be a double top and we break that 1550, then we're on our way back to 1550 on silver. Then we're on our way back down to $15. So that's what's happening right now on there. So, so as you can see, right, the market's making higher lows on gold as well too. So it's really interesting. Like the thing is, gold's still looking okay, but we are definitely getting a bit of an end of trend type of move, a complete failure where it breaks above new highs and then breaks back down. So, and this is the same. This looking at the SIL and the SILJ as well too. Like this is the same thing for what's happening through here as well too. As I've been saying in the past as well, that I did expect to see a bit more upward movement, but my caution has always been these weekly charts, SIL, SILJ. These weekly charts have been sort of cautionary to me, and same for definitely not the GDX and the GDXJ on the weekly chart. Now I did expect to see a lot of upward movement. Now, what I did do, guys, is obviously I took a trade recently. Now, here's the way that works so well for me when placing a trade. I took a trade on one of these markets through here, okay, and I'll let you guess which one it was. I took a trade on one of these markets through here, and the way that I trade, and as you guys saw yesterday, right, that I took a trade on one of these markets through here, and it was actually on the GDX. I'll just tell you guys, it was on the GDX. So what ended up happening was, as soon as the next candle happens on the very next candle, if it looks like it's not strong, or even if it is strong, I bring my stop up, and I actually bring it up just above break even. So I actually made a small little profit on this trade. So I got out of it. But what I have found is that with my system, the way that I trade is that if I ever get into a trade, now, as I said, if I ever get into a trade, some of my trades are break even or a small profit, and then some of the trades that run on for really nice profit. It's how you manage your losses is how well you're going to do as a trader. So what I did is when this very next candle popped up through here, it looked like it was failing because there wasn't any bullish strong movement out of this. So I brought my stop to just above break even yesterday. The market opened down. And then I got tagged out. I was actually it wasn't an options trade or something else, but then I got tagged out, and now I'm out of the market right now, actually for a break even trade. So the thing that I've realized with this, guys, and this is one thing that's going to really make you as a trader when you're managing the trades. If you get into a trade, how well you manage those losses. And we know, right? Like if I get into a really good trade, bam, the very next candle or the very next couple of candles, we should start to see some nice movement. If I don't, I'm very aggressive to bring up my stop losses. And that's basically what ended up happening with this trade here. So the thing is, guys, is that I would, if you're using a stop loss in the markets, then I would prefer you to be much more aggressive with your stop than not. I have found more times than not, if I sit there and hope and pray and all that sort of stuff, then it just never ever works. I would rather be out of the break even than because most of the time, guys, if I get into a trade that has a trading setup, most of the time I'm looking for a very nice run in the market. So there we go, guys. A little bit of a trading technique for you. What that simply means, guys, is that whenever you're in a trade and there's some doubt there, things are not moving forward, you just want to get out of that thing as quickly as possible and then run on from there. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. But once again, guys, it's one of the biggest things that I can share with you is that, making money on really successful trades is the easy part. And I'll just share with you a couple of trades that actually happened yesterday. There was actually on the futures market. So this one here was a copper trade, right? So this one here was a copper trade. Beautiful trade. This actually happened around lunchtime my time. So that was there. The breakout candle was my entry, and then that was actually really nice successful trade. Then there was another trade that formed, and I completely missed it because I was out getting something to eat. And this here was a trade that actually happened on the Australian dollar for me. So this is stuff that I share with my private clients. So anyway, let's actually continue now. Let me now go and answer some questions, guys. So as I said before, guys, making money in the market is Making money in the stock market, guys, is it's so easy to do well on really successful trades, like really easy trades. But those trades that don't do well for you, how do you manage those so you're keeping your losses as small as possible? And then what I do, whenever I do have like this trade here, GDX, I'll go look at this. I'll go look at this today, and I say, is there anything that I can learn from this to keep moving forward? Alrighty, alrighty. Do you help pick trades? I don't know why I love trading as lost more than gain, always rushing in trades, still learning. Martin, I don't help you pick trades. I help you learn a system of what to look for in a very good setup so you can take the trades. And then I teach you how to manage those trades properly to do well. And then it pulls back to spring. Okay, couple of handle. Gold needs a pullback to go higher. It's not a reversal. It may be, and gold may be, guys. Like we never know. It may be. But right now, the trend is still definitely up, but it hasn't actually created that yet. Does anyone here use Nugget Trader? No. Do you look at the BTC, Bitcoin? I trade a bit. Well, I don't really look at it. No, not really. Well, I do. Sorry, I do look at it when I'm trading the futures and forex market to see what's going on with that. But I've only had one trade on Bitcoin in the entire Bitcoin life expanse, and that was actually a short trade. I shorted it from 6,000 down to around about 3.5, I think it was. After Fed meeting on March 21, gold will break all sorts of resistance. Yeah, well, that's what you think will happen. Who knows? Who knows? He's a big fan of XRP than Bitcoin. Oh, well, not really. Not really. I'm not a fan of anything or any one thing. I'm a fan of, what am I a big fan of? Finding my one trading setup that I know that works most of the time. And then I just trade that. And then it's my job to manage those properly. And most of the trades will run on for nice profits, as you just saw. Like this here was a copper trade that I took yesterday. Yeah. Like most of the trades I get into, right, within a couple of candles, it's running on for me. So that's what happens with most of my trades. But I'm still going to get probably 10 or 20% of my trades that I take that don't do much, and I need to manage those properly. So I'm minimizing my losses as much as possible. So I still have losses, guys. I don't make money in every single trade. About 90% of the time. And then say 10 or so percent of the time I have losing trades, but the losses I keep real small. Hey John, if you don't use chart patterns to notice rising wedges, etc., how do you avoid violent sell-offs in the markets? Is it why most traders get bull trapped? The rising wedge is breaking right now. Steep one. Rav, the most important thing to you as a trader is to trade a trading pattern that you believe in and only trade that. So if you truly believe in rising wedges, then, and you know exactly what to look for in a rising wedge, you know exactly what type of entry candle you're getting in on, what type of entry candle you're looking for, then just trade that alone. That's all I'm saying. It's not that I don't believe in chart patterns. I do. What I'm saying is that if analyzing the markets like we are today, that's what I'm doing today. But if you're trading the markets and you're trying to get ahead in the markets, the most important thing for you to do, Rav, for you to gain any confidence in your trading has got to come down to a trading pattern that you believe in and only taking that. So whatever it is for you guys, then you must follow that. I'm sitting pretty. Tomorrow will be bigger than today. Easy trading. Good luck. Easy trading, Trade Doc. How long have you been involved with the markets for? There's nothing easy about trading. Isn't it interesting? Most people get what's the word? They get very pig-headed. They get very ego, right? Look at me. Easy trading. As soon as you start to think the market, it's very, very easy to trade the markets, and you start to get some consistent wins underneath your belt, and you think you got this, that's when you get the slap of your lifetime. Happens all the time. I can't watch now, but I watch every night after work. I bought a month ago long term based on your plan and blew it up. But I bought WLBMF at 161 less than a month ago long term based on your plan and blew it up. Based on my plan? Based on my plan? Really? Okay, let's check this bitch out. WLBMF. All right. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. DM. I'm not talking. I'm not sure what you mean. What you're talking about by my plan. But there is nothing here for me with my plan that says there's not even a setup here. There's not even an entry bar. So you're not using my plan. You don't even know my plan. Only my private clients know my plan. You might have some dumb general. Yeah. Why not use a trailing stop loss? I do, Savage. I do. But the thing is, Savage, is that there's other two things that really happen with the trades I'm in right now, with the trades that I get into. One, I get into them and they run on pretty quickly for a profit. Or secondly, I get into them and they just go sideways. They don't do much. That's where I'm really ringing up my stop to have a small loss, or I try to at least have a break even. So that's the two things that happen with my trade. Probably I'd say 20% of the time, the second bit happens where I get in and just nothing happens with that trade, just goes sideways, not much. So I'm trying to get out with a small loss or a break even. And then the rest of the trades, that's when boom, just happens really quickly. Sort of like what happened here once again with the copper trade. You can see here, this is a 5-minute chart, sorry. And within the next couple of candles, it was running on for me. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. Do you use alerts for certain levels or you're trading? No, Cube. No. I look for my trading setup. I've heard gold crashes with the market crashing in the beginning as USD goes up, then in a while goes. That might be your theory there, but if you're trading based on that, then that's gambling. Trump 2020? Possibly. Can I have your input on IRM? IRM. My input is that it's very bullish right now, very strong right now, but that doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. We're definitely in this sideways channel right now. There's definitely nothing really here to. Let's go to the daily chart. So nothing really here. Yeah, nothing really here to tell me, what's. Nothing here. So my view on this one here is still very bullish. Obviously, big double bottom, big higher high, higher low, but who knows? So give a person a fish and they'll eat for life. Exactly right. Hard to go long when it was up. Okay. Well, trade doc, my man. What you should be doing is finding one. If you want to be consistently successful in the markets, guys, then you must be consistently trading the setup, whatever the setup is for you guys. It just comes back down to that. If you want consistent long-term profits, long-term, I'm not saying you're going to make money in every single trade. I'm not saying you're not going to have losses. I have losses, right? But the thing is, if you want to make money consistently long-term, then you must be consistent at trading the setup, trading one setup or even two setups. But if you have to be honest with yourself. If your last 5 trades are based on 5 different things, you're gambling, because every single system has a win-loss ratio. It could be 70%, could be 90%, but there's still a win-loss ratio. How do you get the win-loss ratio to appear? By taking 10, 20 trades. What's your opinion on Amazon and Tesla after today? AMZN, Amazon. Well, Amazon's still just going sideways through here. So with Amazon, if we start to break the 1600 level through here, there's probably a good chance it's going to run back down and try and test the lows. And Tesla, stay out of Tesla. Stay away from Tesla. Tesla is a mess. Just stay away from it. That's what I think about that. You want to be my student, Andy? Well, if you want to be my student, my coaching program is actually closed right now, Andy. I normally have a small group of private coaching clients, but it's actually closed. If you want to be on my waiting list, then I'll have to have a talk to you to see if you're a good fit or not. Just email me at howtrader@gmail.com, HOWELL trader@gmail.com. I'll line up a time to talk with you, and if you're a good fit, then you'll be in the waiting line when I do actually open up some spots right now. But my coaching program is closed right now. And yeah. So yeah, so once again, guys, if you guys are struggling with the markets, then I am running a 1-day sale, and the 1-day sale is it's actually a 1-hour presentation with my mentor, and he walks you through how to trade. Let me just walk you through this here. It's the very first thing in the description, guys. It's all about how to create a fearless trading psychology that gives you the missing X factor and an unstoppable winning edge as a professional trader. It's only $7, guys. And I'm doing this because I really want you guys to get a bit of foundation of how to approach these markets and how to think about these markets. You're going to absolutely love it. So this is not available to the public anywhere. It's not even for sale anywhere. But I heard so many people saying they're struggling with this. So I'm just going to do something just to help you guys out. Alrighty. Bing, bing, bong, bong. Exactly right. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me today. Be smart about the way you're trading. And the big thing I want to talk to you about, the big thing I want to drive home to you today, guys, is all about that even when we do get into trades, we never know exactly what's going to happen. You're not going to make money in every single trade. Okay. But what you want to be doing, is that when you do get into trades, how you manage those losses, right? Because you're going to have losses. All right. And even some of your profitable trades are going to be small profits or break evens. So how you manage those trades is going to make a massive difference to your bottom line. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.